Hi y'all, it's Kitty here to show you how I transform into casual Anna from Wreck-It Ralph 2. First I'm going to put my wig cap on so I don't have to worry about doing that after all of my makeup is done. As you can see, I put mine on backwards because the tight elastic was damaging my hairline. I cover that with a wig grip and then flip it up so it doesn't get makeup on it. I always prep my face with a good moisturizer first, and I'm using this from Clean & Clear because, as you can probably see, I have a nice rectangle of acne on my face. Then I'm using this primer from NYX to give my face a nice smooth surface so my foundation looks a little more flawless. For foundation, I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear. I like it because it's long lasting and it has sunscreen in it. But oops, I forgot to put my concealer on first. For concealer, I use Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I like to put my concealer on first because if I put my foundation on first and then my concealer, it tends to get cakey under my eyes, and I already have eye wrinkles already, so the less product I can put under my eyes, the better. So I start with concealer first, and then when I put the foundation on, I avoid the eye area. Alright, now, well, I demolished my beauty blender somehow, so I'm using this dupe from Beaky, and it was 5 sponges for only $9. It feels good, it blends well, and I adore it, especially considering it's about 1/10 of the price of the real beauty blender. I'll put a link in the description so you can get your own, because for the price, I really like it. Now just putting a little bit more concealer over my acne spots to cover them completely. 33 years old and still have to deal with acne. For setting powder, I'm trying this NYX Professional Makeup Studio finishing powder, and I don't like it. It's gross. Stinks. No. For blush, I'm using a nice warm tone blush from Madison Miller. And I do a big smile so I can get it on the apples of my cheeks. Makes me look a little bit cuter and a little bit more youthful. I'll also put a little bit over the bridge of my nose to help with the illusion of a button nose, which I'm going to contour next. For contour, I'm using the e.l.f. contour palette. I like it because it has 4 different shades. I'll be using the 3rd shade right under my nose to darken that area up. And then I'll use a little bit over the bridge of my nose. Then I'll take the 2nd shade and use that over the bridge of my nose as well to kind of darken that up and add some shadows to make it appear that I have more of an upturned button nose. I'll end off with a little of the 1st shade right on the tip, and to really set the illusion, I'll put some highlighting powder on the tip as well and on the tops of my cheeks for a nice glow. Okay, now this is gonna be ridiculous, but I use this lipstick from Spirit Halloween for my brows. In conjunction with this nice slanted tiny brush, it actually works really well. In my opinion, being more cream-based instead of a powder like eyeshadow, it works a little bit better, especially on my dark eyebrows. It just shows up a little bit better to me. Also, please forgive my unruly brows. Quarantine, I haven't been able to get them maintained professionally, so I'm working with what I have here. I also find it easier to draw the shape with a cream-based pigment such as lipstick, though I'm sure there are better products out there than Spirit Halloween lipstick. I just really liked the color and thought it was perfect for Anna, to be honest. Okay, so then just set the eyebrows with some of that powder. For the eyes, I'm going to use ColourPop's Good as Gold palette, starting with the shade State of Mine as a base all over the eyelid. Then for a transition shade, I will use this reddish brown Bold Rush on the outer corners as well as the crease. Don't worry if it's not looking blended, I will of course blend it out later. Then to give it a little more oomph, I'm going to use this dark brown shade called Big Brooch, again on the outer corners and into the crease. wanted to get a more defined shape to my shadow, so I've switched to this flatter brush, and again going in with the darker brown Big Brooch shade, I'm able to make a more angled shape to my shadow. Then I will blend it all nicely with this wonderful Tetris brush I got from an IPSY bag. I love it immensely. Now, Anna's still Fairy Tale royalty, so I of course had to add a little bit of shimmer and shine. So I'm using this gorgeous gold Super Shock shadow from ColourPop in the shade Get Lucky. This is one of my favorite shades from theirs. I use it so often, I've actually already gone through 2 containers of it. And as a final touch to the eyes, I'm going to take this gorgeous white shimmery shadow to the inner corners to give them a little bit more dimension and really make them pop. I'll go over with my blending brush one more time just to make sure everything is well blended and there are no harsh edges. Since this is a casual look, I wanted my eyeliner to be a little bit softer and more natural, so I went with a dark brown eyeliner pencil instead of my usual black liquid liner. To me, the black liquid liner is more striking and glam, and this brown pencil liner is more suited to a casual look. I applied a thin line on my upper lashes and then only a little bit on my lower lashes in the corner. You don't want to line your lower lashes the way you do your upper lashes because it will make your eyes appear smaller. Finally, I smudged the eyeliner with my finger ever so slightly just to give it that not obviously wearing eyeliner look. Next is mascara, applied to my lower lashes to help make my eyes look bigger. Dragging the wand across your lashes as well as up and down will help coat them better. Mascara not only helps make my lashes look fuller, but it also takes care of any product that may have gotten on them, such as powder or eyeshadow. Now the integral part of any princess look, in my opinion, is false lashes. I prefer using lash glue with a little brush like this because it allows me to put a very, very thin layer on it. And a thin layer of glue is really all you need. My number one tip for false lashes is to make sure they dry a little bit before you stick them on. Blow on them or wait 30 seconds just till they're a little bit tacky and then apply them. After I've applied my lash, I will go in with my eyeliner just where the lash starts to make it appear a little bit more seamless. I love false lashes, even though they can be a pain. They make your eyes look big and Disney-like, and I think they're just necessary for any princess look, even if it's a casual one like this. They make me feel so adorable. Now for the lips, I love this Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick. It goes on so smooth and creamy, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it, and I love anything shimmery. And this color, Bright Berry, is the perfect princess color in my opinion. I've used it for Anna, I've used it for Rapunzel, I've used it for Cinderella. I love it. Now for even more shimmer, I used this Revlon HD Lip Lacquer just in the middle of my bottom lip to give it a little more dimension and make it look fuller. Now for Anna's freckles, I'm going to try a new technique where I use brown liquid eyeliner. So you just take it, scrape off the excess, and then do little dots. They looked a little harsh on my face, so I took my finger and pressed the dot to try and dull it a little bit. It works pretty well for the size and shape. If I did this technique again, I would want a lighter brown though. The freckles were a little too dark. For a natural look, you want various sizes and positions of your freckles. I accidentally did 2 of them a little too big, but didn't want to deal with trying to fix them, so I just have 2 big freckles. I wanted some variation in the color as well, so I took my eyeliner pencil and drew on some freckles that way as well. Make sure your pencil is really, really sharp if you do eyeliner pencil freckles. Lastly, I'll just set them with my setting powder. Flip my wig grip down and I'm ready for the wig. Here is how I take a styled wig off the head and put it on mine. You want to have open palms on each hand and put one at the top and one in the back with with your palms facing towards the opening, and then slowly put it on from the back of your head. Adjust it so the ear tabs are right over your ears and the part is where it should be, and then work on pinning it down. And I could probably do a whole video on how to properly put on and pin wigs. Actually, comment below if that's something you'd like to see from me. Ah, the beauty of springtime in the city. Forever worrying about street cleaning. Good news though, I managed to not get a ticket. I did mess up my monster bangs though, but I'm just gonna pin it. Okay, let me put on the rest of the costume and see how the whole ensemble looks. Freaking cute, that's how it looks. I actually did this look for a video tutorial I made on doing self-photo shoots. Here are some of the pictures I took. Definitely check that video out too, you can click it there. Thank you as always for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, pretty please click the like button. And if you want to see more cosplay content from me like this, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Thank you and have a magical day. Bye!